that. We got to change up that tarp soft photo in the intro.
If anybody wants to know how important Dakota Josh was to the Vancouver Canucks, that was the game. Okay, so condiments. This is everything.
Everything. So we run the gamut completely, right?
I'm talking about sriracha on the bottle.
Sriracha? Sriracha?
Sriracha. It's that silent R that screws me up.
Is it a silent R?
I don't know, like who's tall?
Who's tall?
Chris Pronger, wasn't he tall?
Chris Pronger was tall, yeah.
Welcome to the PP1 podcast.
Are you kidding me? That's what?
Seven.
It hits the same every single time. It's good. Welcome to the PP1 podcast on the Area 51 Sports Network. I'm Ryan. We get Ted. I'm on upstairs Wi-Fi today, so I'm really hoping this goes well. So far, our pre-game chat has been flawless. So we're about to find already. Let's just not.
Yeah, stand up and show us the hoodie there.
All right. I can't really do it because we've got all the. I'm going to take it off and show everybody. How about that? Does that work?
Stand up-ish so your head's out of the picture.
Okay.
You can do it.
So.
Okay. Well, it's like a quarter zip. Okay. Very classic. Yeah.
So it's
very late 70s, early 80s chic.
It's like a tan. It kind of different lighting. It shows different, which is
open
tough.
tan.
So it's like we're trying to hit the Carhartt brown, like the light brown. And we saw it once it got here, and we're like, well, it's not quite what we thought it was going to be. I mean, it's tough because you're building something overseas. And anyway, so in daylight, it really has the light brown look. In like artificial light, it kind of has like almost like a golden, but a brown, like a combo-y kind of tan look. Super comfy. Oh, am I still there? Yeah, I'm still here. And then we got Molly on the side, embroidered. We've got, this detail's dope. So it's got an embroidered patch on there. Like this thing is like super high quality. And then we've got like the rubber around the pockets, like you get on the Old Navy hoodie or the Old Navy stuff. So I love that detail. These pockets are
it's tan in the light and taupe in the dark.
We were gonna call it the chameleon hoodie because it's kind of in that way. Super like techie stretchy, like it's got a good elasticity to it. The elasticity in our city. This thing, and honestly, it is freaking comfortable.
To death.
Man, this is one we've worked on. I'm going to. This is one we've worked on. Ted, you know this. I've been talking your ear off for many months about this. We finally made this happen. And it launches officially tomorrow at our 1-year anniversary party at Golf Evolution in Kelowna. If you can make it, great. If not, I mean, it's just an excuse to get together. We're going to be selling some stuff, selling some gear. Our Christmas shirt launches tomorrow too. I'm picking that up tomorrow. It's honestly like I am glowing with what this.
You never did making all the cake one, eh?
Yeah, well, they didn't win. We could still make that. It just has we're going to have to wait. Grant, thank you very much. I'm glad to see. I was going to make like an overlay of just waves on front, and we would do the whole podcast.
Glad to hear you're not underwater, Grant.
With waves on there. So anyway, yeah, Grant, happy to see you. And even if you were in prison, I'm happy that you would have picked our show.
So it's the Vetter, and what's the other? It's like the creek beside the Vetter. What's that one?
Eddie and a Vetter, I think.
Both in danger of flooding, so
yeah. So and then one more thing, sorry. So you got the full zip. I'm gonna keep talking about this for a second. So it's made for golf. Like this is a golf hoodie. I'm gonna take my headphones off for a second. Keep talking.
Sorry, yeah. What's
massive hoodie, like
massive,
but super light.
Danger of flooding.
I can't hear you.
It's like a First Nations name. I can't remember.
Oh, Stumas Ridge.
The Nooksack. Yeah, there we go.
Oh man. Can kick there a few times. Ayo. So anyway, if you guys want to buy one, they're $90. You can send me an e-transfer or it'll be on the website tomorrow. The Nooksack is overflowing.
keep
Pardon
going on plugs here. So right now I'm drinking the Backhand of God Stout.
And this is,
So,
I don't
so
know if
yeah.
you guys, I'm just mad about this. I'm sorry because I'm super jealous.
Okay, yeah.
Super jealous.
It's like your hoodie. It's a little taupe and tan.
You know what? Actually, that's bang on. Way to go.
It was from this brewery. Like, I don't know if you guys know this brewery, Cranog Ales. So Sorrento, I think it is. They're like famous for this like super organic, everything grown on farm. They make another potato one called Gale's Blood. Super good. Anyways, local brewery here, B&A, just purchased it. I can't say just, but they purchased the Cranog Ales. So now you can get Cranog Backhand of God Stout, which you could previously only get at tap in certain locations at B&A Brewery now. So pretty awesome stuff.
It is. So my favorite beer, and I will still say this, is Salty Scott from Parallel 49. Now, that being said, Backhand of God is like, it's like what cool people would drink if like they knew about Guinness and they're like, what's a cooler version of Guinness?
It's not,
you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I know what you're saying. It's like an A+ beer. Like it's not an A+. It's just an A+ beer, but it's an A+ stout as well.
It's just every time I'm there, like you have to get it because that was the only place that was the only place you could drink it, and you're just sitting there. Like Christine loves it. She's like, yeah, we should get back. And I'm like, absolutely, we should. Yeah. It is just such a good. It's such a good beer, and the fact that they're now putting it in cans, like they're putting this into production because they knew, like it's one of those kind of like folk, you know, like, or a cult following. But more people are eventually going to see how good this beer is. Like we were planning a trip. Remember that one time we were like, we should go to Sorrento, just like as a
and
trip.
we still should go to Sorrento. But we were at a beer fest in Victoria.
Mm-hmm.
Matt, Steve Fisher, and I, and it must have been 15 or 16 years ago now.
That sounds about right.
And it was in the ball field where I don't know who the local ball team was there at the time.
Fisher Cats. I don't know.
Yeah, probably not.
Just throwing it out there.
Backhand of God was full. Like the Cranog Ales booth was lined up basically from start to finish for 4.5 hours straight. I
believe it.
Yeah, it was unreal. So good. So good.
It just is. I don't know. Like if you guys get an opportunity, and I mean I'll free plug this because it's so worth it. If any of you guys get an opportunity to drink this beer, it is so good. You will not regret it. I promise. It is worth every penny. Every penny. And if you're flooding out Grant and you're like, I got to get out of here, go to B&A, go get a Cranog, go get a Backhand of God.
Yeah, rustle up your chickens, bring them over here. Tuck them away in the backyard. Everything will be fine.
Don't worry, I'll make sure nobody is petitioning or whatever at your gate. I'll take care of that. It's all good. I got some news. So I just had. Oh, did my camera go out? It sure
nope.
did.
It's like frozen, but I can still hear you.
Okay, so I'm going to figure out my camera while this stupid thing's going on.
You look baked out of your tree in the pause right now.
You have no idea. That's not my jam. But
I have an idea. I don't think you're baked out of your tree.
I'm not. I'm definitely not baked out of my tree.
Yeah.
So I got, you guys all know, and I was going to bring this up last week and we didn't have time. So, Spotify has Wrapped.
Yes.
I'm stating the obvious.
I think everybody knows that Spotify has Wrapped. Yeah.
Yeah. So Spotify has Wrapped. Is my camera working now? This is so stupid.
No, your camera's out. Anyways.
Okay. Now there we go. I'm back. Welcome back. I've got 2 cameras going. So anyway.
Welcome back.
This is something else. So Candy Crush also does Wrapped now. So it tells you like all the levels, how many candies.
Are you still playing Candy Crush? This is so crazy to me.
Dude, I just hit 10,000 this week. My mother-in-law's at 12,000. So
I wouldn't even know.
Like level 10.
All you Candy Crushers out there, can you please verify that Ryan's any good at this game?
So here's the thing. Grant, what did it say, by the way, coming to the interior near Christmas might have to. Oh, dude, if there's a possibility, we will do it. We will high five you about your father.
We'll make it happen. We'll make it happen.
Back to important things. So here's the thing. I am in the top 5% in Canada for Candy Crush this year. It says so on the app.
Candy Crush, bro.
It's a lot of Candy Crush.
And for one of the busiest guys I know, that's a lot of Candy Crush.
A lot of toilet time. Let me tell you, I got good. Like my record in a row was 72 levels. I think that was like last.
If you were the top 5% in Canada playing Candy Crush, I would be pretty disappointed in you that you weren't any good.
I am very good.
That's a lot of rep.
That's why I started doing it, because I realized I'm so much better than watching everyone else Like Christine took on it for a bit, and I was like, "Oh, you should do this." She goes, "Stop!" I'm like, "You should do this. Stop!" So I just took it on. I'm like, and I just started killing it. No, I don't play Pokemon Go. I feel like that would be a lot of fun too. I got rid of Angry Birds. I got rid of Sudoku. I got rid of Words with Friends. What's the other one that we were all doing? Wordle. I got rid of.
I still play Wordle. I'm not like on a crazy streak, but when I'm bored, I'll go hit Wordle. Maybe I'll hit a Wordle on the toilet or something like that.
I gave up those a few years ago for New Year's, and I just kept Candy Crush. I'm like, I'm sticking with this only, and I was pretty happy. Now that being said, I did want to talk about Spotify Wrapped last week because everyone got their list last week, and I just want to tell you, I still purchase music.
This still blows my mind, Ryan.
And I was waiting for this. This was I actually, it killed me all week knowing that I didn't get to get roasted last week on this. Yeah. So I'm telling you, I did sign up for Spotify because I needed to have golf playlists this year, and I started using that. So I probably did get a Wrapped. I just haven't bothered to open Spotify.
Yeah, you should. I can't believe that Wrapped now. You finally pay for Spotify.
No, I didn't say I paid for it. I didn't say I paid for Spotify. I paid for music.
Okay. Yeah. So you're still not paying for Spotify, but you're still buying music.
That's right.
I was in the top 1% for a band called Elevators.
Oh,
I don't know if you know who that is. Check it out.
I heard they're moving up.
It's they're moving up in the world, all the way to the penthouse. Yeah, and a band called Dirty Heads. So
I've heard of Dirty Heads.
Yeah, well, it's on the baseball. It's on the baseball mix. Both of them.
What was their song again?
A bunch of different ones. Go check it out.
Okay, Dirty Heads. I like that Dirty America one. That whatever the America one is that you'd always play. There's some words I'm not allowed to say on the show, but
yeah, that's not Dirty Heads, but yeah,
I like them. They're good. I had a Flappy Bird forever. It literally doesn't work anymore. You had Flappy Bird. I thought you said you had a Floppy Bird. I'm like, Grant, we're not going to talk about that on air.
I was not in the top 1% for Childish Gambino.
Oh, well, some win, some lose, Ted. So anyway, I've been purchasing music.
I don't know if you knew that. Did you watch Community?
I've seen it. Yes.
Yeah. So
I'm not a lot, but enough. Okay. Yeah.
This is America from.
That's the song.
From Community.
That's a great song.
He's the guy from Community.
That's a great baseball song.
Anyway, sorry, we're here to talk about some hockey and stuff, right?
Oh, do we got to do that again?
Some Canuck stuff, yeah.
Do we? Okay, fine. So Grant's not drowning, so we're good. Also, Grant might be drowning by the end of the show. Hopefully everything's okay, Grant. That is actually a serious thing because the lower mainland might be flooding soon. We're not sure. Good luck, I guess. You'll be fine. The Canucks, they played a game. They're getting healthy though, Ted.
It seems to be making a big difference.
Like it's funny how that works, hey? It's funny that healthy, good players come back to the lineup and magically this team is actually better. I don't know if we said this before, but
sort of, because it just got spanked by Detroit too. So
yeah, that wasn't fun to watch. That was less than ideal. But I mean, those are growing pains when things are coming back. Sounds like we're getting Demko back next game against Buffalo. We're getting Petey back next game. Höglander was back. He looked pretty good. I mean, in the loss, he still looked really good. Jake DeBrusk probably isn't going to score ever again. Like you're watching, like, no, they're not. Nope.
Yeah, he'll hit a streak, right, where he scores in 4 in 3 games, and 3 of them are going to be net front deflections. Like
first star of the week, and then people will forget he's even on the team for 2 months.
Yeah, he'll go on a run late season, take over the scoring lead.
Yeah, you just watch it, and there's just some of these guys. I noticed Phil Hronek a little bit more last game as well. I started just watching specific guys. I'm like, okay, like sky is falling again mode. What do I like? Like, what players are good right now? Like, what players are showing up? And I really liked Hronek. Quinn Hughes obviously is his own dude, but there was things I liked about his game. I liked that he was making plays. I think there's still something there. I mean, there's a lot of problems. The record does not speak well for this team. Obviously, the big elephant in the room isn't helping out either. But I mean, if they get healthy, like, for example, this would be a great week. Like, what if they go and absolutely just wax Buffalo, which is possible?
Yeah, sure.
And Demmer has a wicked game. Petey scores a goal. Besser scores again. I forgot he plays on the team still. All of a sudden, things are kind of okay. Like, it's those simple things, right?
They're not okay, man.
No, they're not. I'm just, you know what I mean? Like, for one game, it's like,
whoa. Whoa. Let's just relax there a little bit. Let's maybe not call it all okay. I don't think it's okay. But yes, sorry.
Except for one day, you weren't listening. You clearly already had your mind made up. Just say it.
Say what?
You don't. And I would like to retract a statement I made last week. Yeah, the Canucks were very bad last year. I'm sorry. My brain was a little clouded. It must have been the bad Wi-Fi. So I do apologize for that. I spoke out of turn. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to all of you. I misspoke. That's all I have to say about that.
Okay. All right.
So yeah, let's get into where are you at with this team this week?
It's just a bad hockey team. I don't know.
Okay. Let's not
yeah,
crazy
they're
here.
Get healthy. I think we're at the point now in the season where we're looking for guys to have good seasons, right? It's going to be pretty tough to catch up. We talked about that last episode, how much ground they would have to make up.
A lot.
Just to even make the playoffs.
Yeah.
We look at guys like DPD who look solid, and he's had some good game, like a good game lately, right? I mean, It's nice to see Höglander back, and we're going to see a stretch of games with Demko coming up here, right? Like, so what are the storylines now like for those players, right? Can we see DPD rise above and sort of become like a really consistent top four contributor? What's the rise of Villander looking like? He looks really solid right now. Can he kind of continue that ascension, right? What's an improved version of him mean to this team, right? Is he going to be part of the long-term plan? Is that a player that they're going to package to get something different down this road to change the dynamic? I think he's part of the future.
I think so.
What does Höglander look like as he continues to come back? What's Demko look like? Can he still manage to salvage himself a spot on a Team USA? There's lots of little storylines in there that I think that we're all sort of trying to follow. Elias Pettersson, I think it's been a bit of a comeback season for him, really. Even though at the start of the year when he was like really just leaning on all those defensive minutes, they're still being shit on a little bit. But like, if he's not going to take them, who else is, right? Somebody has to play the toughs.
Yeah,
and it's DPD. So I think, Elias Pettersson. So we're going to have to, I think, watch for those individual storylines. Hronek has been really important to this team, continues to be really important to this team. What's his role with the squad moving forward? And then, I saw Hughes obviously still looks good, but I saw on Reddit is doing an autograph signing on our Canucks, and anybody who's on there in Reddit should probably be following it.
Yeah.
Autograph signing, asked him if he's going to be with the team next year. Answers, we'll see. Who
said that?
Hughes. Yeah, just to a regular dude. Hey, we're going to be around next year. We'll see. So, I mean, it's out there, right? Who knows what the future of a guy like Hughes? I feel like we're a bit on Hughes watch right now too, right?
Because, well, that's the thing. We have no idea, Camera. There's so much, like, I think the scuttlebutt is, there's a good chance that he's going to be gone.
Scuttlebutt. Good wording.
Oh, man, I'm all about the scuttlebutt. I'm all about the scuttlebutt. I'm all about the Flappy Bird. I'm all about paddling my canoe while watching the show. That's a Grant reference. If this situation has come up multiple times, whether it's been the Miller Petey thing, I mean, it's been Bure, it's been like we've gone through Bo Horvat. We've been through this. I mean, rarely does that player
not like this though.
No, I mean, but
this
you know what?
Different.
I know, but you know what I mean? Like, it feels like they either have to, they got to get this figured. Can he sign already?
Hey,
can Hughes
sign? Yeah, he can sign whenever he wants.
Okay, so they got to get this figured out. because the longer this goes, the worse this is going to get for the team.
I think he can sign. He can sign, right? I don't even know why I don't know this. He can sign an extension right now, or is it wait at the end of the season? I'm not sure.
Maybe it's January 1st or something. Like, the longer this goes, it's going to affect play. Because I'm sorry, these are people, right? They're going through it. They know that what's going on. They're thinking, like, is this team still going to have an opportunity to be good? Is Quinn Hughes staying? If he is staying, like, okay, I think we can buy in a bit more. But what if he's not? What does that look like for me as, Elias Pettersson, as Jake DeBrusk, as whoever on this team? Like, am I going to be shipped out? Are they blowing it up? Is the management going to be gone? Is the coach going to be gone? Where do I sit on this team? He's the biggest piece that affects so many things. And it has to affect everybody at some point, regardless of how they're playing. They could go and win 8-0 in a game, and their body language could just be like, wow, we won a game. Like, it's affecting everything. And the fact that they've had the injuries, and the fact that they're probably the worst team in the NHL this year, points and otherwise, something's got to come to a head here. Like, they got to figure out something. Something has to happen.
Did anybody let Quinn know, like, that I think they're thinking of going skate full time next year? Like, maybe just say that. Maybe that's enough to keep him. But in all honesty, like, when's the last time there was a trade this big that we were sort of waiting on, and not even a trade, but like an answer?
I mean, I think an answer. Well, like, the Luongo thing was pretty big.
Sure, that was a big one.
That was that.
But we knew that was going to happen, right?
But we did and we didn't, because all of a sudden they got rid of Schneider and we're like, oh, and then it doubled down again when it was like, okay.
The Heritage Classic thing was like, okay, we know. Like, we knew that it was going to happen at Heritage Classic, right? Like, that was as close to a Patrick Waugh getting stuffed free in Montreal. Trade me. This is my last game.
But it lasted longer. Like, that one somehow lasted longer than we thought, right? Because we all thought it was over. And then we're like, oh, he's staying. Okay. And then it happened again.
Bertuzzi.
But Bertuzzi was a different one. Bertuzzi was
right? So that's what I mean. I don't think there's a Bure. Like, there's nothing that compares to what could happen if if Hughes gets dealt. Like, it'll be the biggest trade ever for this franchise.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Like, and it's not particularly close. More so than Bure.
Yeah. It's this is a friend of the show, Curtis. How you doing, buddy? Let's blow it up. Try the last few weeks carrying this team around in his back. I mean, Curtis, you're right, man. We've chatted about this a bunch. It is, Ted. It's so monumental, this thing, right? Like, whatever the decision is, one way or another. I mean, I guess it goes. Let's talk on the positive for a second.
Sure.
Let's say he stays.
Awesome.
Now, right now, I am holding hope. I do believe there's still a world where Quinn Hughes does stay. And that in itself is massive. Like, that's just something we want to believe is going to happen or can happen. There's a lot of stuff saying the otherwise. But he's also said, like, or they've talked about him and he's like, yeah, I don't know where you guys are getting all this intel. Like, he hasn't said anything about anything else. Like, the Fitzy thing, talking about, the GM over there. Like, yeah, not ideal.
No, it's not.
But it's not like he doesn't know the guy. Like, his brothers play on the team. You're probably going to have some kind of like, you can talk to these guys. Like, I'm sure they've had conversations not trade related. Like, it would be right. He took a partnership with a Rolex locally. It proves he wants to say, did he really? I mean, at least it's not Maury Nissan or something like that. It's like, guys, I got a GTR. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, regardless of whether he stays or whether he goes, I mean, him and a handful of players or guys that you can think of building this team around moving forward. And the worst part about it is, after a season like this, like, what trade value do 80% of the players on the squad have? And anybody that has trade value, normally you'd want to keep. So you can look at moving guys like, like Kiefer Sherwood. You're not going to want to talk about. You're not going to want to talk about, so Sherwood is a guy that can move. You don't want to talk about moving guys like Brock around. You could probably talk about moving guys like Garland around. You're not going to want to talk about moving Villander unless it's a really big push to make something different. But like, you're going to have to really switch the dynamic of this team up if Hughes stays.
Totally.
But more so if he goes, right? Like, if he goes, I mean, obviously that's an option. We all know that. I don't know what the percentages are, but if he goes, now you got another problem on your hands because you better fucking get this right.
Mm-hmm.
There's no coming back from this.
There isn't. I feel like I need a pillow behind me. I'm losing my stability here.
You said,
yeah.
I need the lumbar support.
Hey,
I don't have good lumbar.
I don't have good lumbar. This is a hide a bit. Yeah, exactly. It changes whatever this decision is that he's staying or he's going. If it's the trickle down is just I'm fine. Okay, I'm fine. It's a comfortable couch. We're doing okay. I've got full.
Good to see you. See, Ryan, it's all about body language, right? Hughes doesn't have to say anything. We can tell that he's not happy.
I've already taken the hoodie off.
That moves into the idea they talk about him trading. Ryan, you're not saying anything about it. You can see by your body language you're uncomfortable.
I'm
Curtis
clearly rattled.
I can see it.
I'm clearly rattled. Yeah. Yeah. Sure. What was that about? I did see something, but I've been so busy. Grant, maybe explain. Ted, did you see the Sherwood clip?
Oh no, I didn't see that.
I don't know. Did he hit the kid or something? Because he's on a roll this season.
I mean, so I don't know what this is, but like most player related media that's out there is usually pretty cringy. So I mean, we've all seen the Rockets ads.
Kid brought up, no, it's stupid. Kid, yeah. Yeah, it is awkward. I mean, it's awkward every.
Maybe throw a link in there, Grant. That'd be great.
Yeah, this is going to be the conversation of everything for Canucks related stuff for the next forever until something happens. I do think, and again, just seeing guys get healthy, I do think they can salvage the season. It may not mean making the playoffs, but I do think it is salvageable where they can actually kind of get going a little bit and maybe salvage player value, team. It would be nice if things just blew up and then there's a regime change or a coach change or something. But usually with that, it means there's so many other things that happen too, because, that's inevitable. I saw a poll today, which one was the worst kind of regime, with the Benning one or the Rutherford. You guys have to be out of your mind if you say anything else but Benning. That era was awful. There's no way you could say it's even remotely close. It just isn't. They actually made stuff happen. They jumped on things right away. Like, this team was a win away from the Western Conference Final, not by accident. That team was good. And they built.
Was it not by accident? I don't know.
Well, not 100%. I mean, some stuff happened for sure, but they brought in the right guys. Things were going well, and I mean, they masked it really well too with the JT Miller stuff. But that was a good team, and it just came down to Demko. If Demko was healthy, what are we talking about? Right?
Yeah, I think it's a walk if Demko's healthy. You're probably right.
So I mean, to say that the last 4 years, if anyone even thinks it's remotely close to the Benning era, I don't even want to tell you what happened after they fired Benning and Travis Green. It was a very good night for me.
You know what happened in Travis Green? There was do you remember the slew of Benning supporters?
Yeah, they're stupid.
Benning truthers. Do you remember Dave Nonis truthers?
I do remember the Dave Nonis truthers. I mean, the fact that that was a thing too. People are saying well, Dave Nonis,
Dave Nonis truthers.
When we were talking about that, you remember how I brought up the Canucks have never had a number one guy except for Pat Quinn. It was always it wasn't ever an official GM. They had Nonis and they had Gillis and they had Berkey, I guess was, but they always had the next guy, but it was never the guy.
What do you mean? Gillis was the guy?
No, but he was a first time guy.
Oh, sure, yeah.
He was a first time guy.
But what were they supposed to do? Are they supposed to bring in fucking what's his face out of Detroit at the time?
Holland?
Ken Holland, like, remember that was like we were talking about Ken Holland was going to be a thing, and it's like, guys, there's a salary cap now. Ken Holland can't be your GM.
Yeah, we can't just burn money.
You can't just bring in Dominic Hasek, Curtis Joseph, and Manny Legacy to be your goalies.
That was a good time.
That's not a thing.
$16 million in goalie for a year. That was fun.
You can't be the Colorado Avalanche and bring in Teemu Selanne and fucking Paul Kariya playing your third line. Sorry, that's not today's NHL.
Teams are trying it. We might get Steve Stamkos. It's possible, but I
would sure hate that.
He's a shell of his former self, but that's fine. And then I don't know. There's just so many of those things. But yeah, if you think I may not say a lot of things that make sense, but if you honestly think that the Jim Rutherford Alvin era is worse than the Benning, please stop. Please stop watching this show and listening to this podcast.
We're not for you. Sorry.
No, we are not your brand. I just don't even sign up for that thought.
That era of hockey was not only so bad, it was so long. Jim Benning was the GM version of the Toronto Maple Leafs. Never has a franchise done so little to get so many extra chances and gain so much respect. He just hung around forever. Like, I'm not saying anything about the Rutherford area being amazing. There's some good parts to it. Obviously, it's a tremendous mess that I feel that they're still kind of cleaning up a little bit. Just from the years of trading away draft picks and I mean, the team still has one of the worst draft cupboards available to them because of all the drafting that was just sort of given away over the years. Second round draft picks, third round draft picks, just sold and traded away for nothing. The Keenan era was equally shitty, but the difference between the Keenan era and the Benning era was that stuff was being done. And in the Keenan era, like, no one else was going to trade Linden. I mean, they did acquire, Bertuzzi and McCabe, which eventually led to them getting the Sedins. Like, the stuff that Keenan was doing, although we all hated him, kind of had to be done because that 94 squad was just failing, right?
He did a forced rebuild.
He forced a rebuild, right? Mm-hmm. And Benning and yeah. So I do give Benning some grace in the fact that I'm sure, like I'm sure his hands were tied on a bunch of things due to an owner. But you still made the bad decisions. You still
and doubled down on something
an awful Louis Eriksson contract, and then you doubled down on Eric Gudbranson, and then after you were nearly ready to get rid of the Louis contract, you traded it.
I wanted to say Gudbranson. You said it.
Yeah, I mean, he's so handsome.
He is pretty good.
He's so handsome, but
silver medalist too.
Yeah. Okay.
World Juniors.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
It's true. Yeah. No, but he's still that. You're right. It took so long. It's like if the Never Ending Story movies actually they kept making him like, well, we're on Never Ending Story.
Yeah. You're already at the point in the movie where your horse sinks in the mud. It's time to Falcor's got kids now, and that's weird.
Okay. Atreus like, I'm still here.
Freaking rock eater.
Yeah. So I don't know. Yeah, it was a really, really long era, and I think
I think they fired Alvin. They bring in, I like Alvin. I'm fine with him. I still think you can let the guy cook. I don't know if they're going to let him lead.
He's not the guy, though. Like, we all know this. He's not the guy.
Well, he might be. We don't know because he's not the guy right now.
Like if Rutherford was gone, you think stuff?
You think if old Jim was gone, you don't think that Gilman would be doing some different things, right? I don't know if they're going to let this regime go through the next makeover that happens here, but I do love Gilman. I do love Gilman.
Absolutely. That's not going to happen, though.
Who knows? Who knows? He's still got ties to the city. His name still comes up all the time.
Isn't he out in Toronto or something?
Who cares? Unless you're getting, I mean, none of that matters.
Okay.
Yeah, you can poach a guy unless you can. I mean, teams have basically traded GMs now too. Like that shit happens all the time.
Gilman, what's he doing? Who will the Canucks resign? That was back in March.
We're still talking about his fucking cap gymnastics.
Toronto Marlies VP of Hockey Operations. It's possible.
Sure.
Yeah.
I don't think they're planning on promoting Ryan Johnson anytime soon. He's still cutting his teeth as a GM, and eventually, I think he's going to GM an NHL team.
That's going to work.
We talked about the fact that one day down the road, Manny Malhotra is going to be an NHL coach. Could see him as an NHL head coach this year in Vancouver. Why not Ryan Johnson down the road? I'm not saying that's the right move, but it does seem like something that this franchise would do.
Okay, we're going to stop this for a second, and we're going to do prediction time.
Okay.
Are you down with this? And then we're going to get into GPT.
Are we just predicting who's going to win on Canucks GPT, or is that?
No, I got a good idea. And you said you're going to win. You probably are going to win, but
I always say I'm going to win, though.
Yeah, but it happens. That's the worst part.
Hey, Ryan, don't get down on yourself.
It's too easy to do. It's too easy to do. Also, like I said, the day that Benning and everybody got fired was a very good day for me personally. Just
sure.
We'll leave it. We'll leave it at that. Yes, super day. What's going to happen? Let's call it out. Is there going to be a regime change? Not probably temporary, I would think, or do you think it's a full on? Is there? Let's go point by point. Let's start with coach. Is Foot gone this season?
Yes, I think it's less likely. I think it's less likely that he's gone by the end of the season than gone. But I still think it's like a 60-40 chance that he stays. But I'm gonna take the 40. I'm gonna say he's gone by the end of the season.
Okay, so I'm gonna side with you on this. I think yes. So let's add part B to this.
Okay.
When does it happen?
I think it would happen after the All-Star break.
Okay. I think it happens. Yeah, because I guess you've got Olympics and
they're not going to do this. This team has never done anything before.
That's fair.
They don't.
No, that's right. You're right. That's fair.
And I get that. Families, all that stuff, they take all that shit into account.
Okay.
All-Star break.
So, and as coach, the first move, probably.
I think so.
Right?
I think that has to be your first move because I mean, even look what the Boudreau bump did, and that was Boudreau wasn't a good coach.
Yeah.
Right. So I think they got to change the existing philosophy. Players something to recharge, to move, to strive towards.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you do the quickest thing that you can do, shock value treatment, is move the coach.
Okay. Yeah. So you think if that happens, then there's obviously no regime change till at the very least the off season. Right? Because there's no way.
Yeah. They're not gonna too much.
Hey, Quinn doesn't like the coach.
The only way that it works, right, is if they do an interim thing, right? So we've already talked about. I believe the interim is going to be Manny Malhotra. I truly believe that. I could be wrong.
And I think we chatted about. I think that's a good call. That's probably it.
It's much more difficult to decide that you're going to cut the whole management regime, though, especially with all the work done leading up to the NHL draft. Right, this is a really important draft for Vancouver.
Do you think Do you think they get rid of Rutherford and keep Alvin, and it can be, we'll call it status quo for that portion until
maybe, maybe, sure. I mean, I could see that, but Alvin, that means that behind closed doors, Alvin's going to have to come to the table with hey, I've got different plans for this franchise. This is my roadmap. This is my 10,000-foot view of all the markers that I feel like I need to hit along the way. This is how it differs from Jim. And he's got to do it in a way that doesn't just throw Jim under the bus because he's been his mentor for X amount of years. You can't talk shit about him. And at the same time, I knew and know, but I have different plans. He's got to find a way to do that sort of tactfully. But I could see, I'm down with a world where Jimbo's gone and Alvin is the guy. And Alvin kind of is the guy right now, but Jim lingers, right? He's still part of that.
Okay. Next one. Quinn Hughes. Let's just call it right here.
Just to go one more point further on that.
Okay, I'll give you one more.
If there's a regime change, it happens after the NHL draft.
That would make sense. That would be, although, okay.
Which means those guys would have their hands tied making any big trades because they're going to leave that to the next guy.
Right. So they hold it tight. Okay, I'll give you that.
Okay, Quinn Hughes.
We got to make a call on. I say,
I don't
know. I don't know how it happens. I don't know how it happens, but I think he stays.
Yeah, I don't think Quinn is moved this year. Although I'm fully open for the argument. I completely understand if he moves this year. I understand why. I get all of the points on why this is a thing.
Oh, it's obvious.
I don't think that.
I think it's too big of a move.
If Quinn is going to be moved, it's going to be at the draft.
Well, and because then the cap is non-existent for the 2-3 months, whatever, right? So yeah, I think the flexibility for any team, because mid-season you're working with an operating salary cap, right? You are under the parameters of
It's gymnastics.
Yeah.
And
it's too hard to do it mid-season. So I think it would be crazy to think, and they're not going to get, I mean, they'll get full value, but you're not going to get, I don't know if it's even possible. If it happens, you're not going to get the perfect trade until there's like, you know what I mean? Like you're not going to get whatever you ultimately, if this happens, you're not going to get what you really, really want unless there's like no barriers, right?
Okay. That's why this whole thing about him going to New Jersey really like chaps my ass. Like, why does he have to go to Jersey? Like, are we going to get the best? Are we going to get the best offer from Jersey? No, like not if it doesn't include a guy like Luke, or either of the Hughes coming back in that deal. That's not going to happen. Those guys are off the table.
Yeah.
Right. So it's like,
this isn't like Boardwalk and Park.
It's like San Jose. Yeah. It's like, it's like Boston trading Joe Thornton to San Jose. And somehow you didn't get Patrick Marleau back in the deal. Like, how the fuck does that happen? Right. So I'm not interested in trading, Quinn to New Jersey because the two of the players that I want can't come back the other way. Right. Sure. There's lots of other players there. Like, we'd have to be talking about, a top 4 defender and Dawson Mercer and like a couple of prospects and a pick and all that stuff. But then you better fucking hit on all those picks. And you better be damn sure that those guys that you get back are going to be able to take over. None of those players are going to be cornerstone players on this roster. So you're going to have to draft the guy that's going to be your next cornerstone guy. It's not like the NFL where you can just be like, oh, I just loaded up on second round or first round picks. And now I can bundle that first to try to get the first overall. Like, that shit doesn't fly in the NHL like it does in the NFL, right?
It's happened like 3 times.
Yeah. Like that's why we still talk about. That's why people who aren't even in Canuck circles talk about the Sedin trade. Because that shit doesn't happen. And the only reason that it happened back then is because the Twins weren't even a sure thing. That was such a shit draft that guys
and also because he was able to weasel out that hole. He was able to orchestrate something that, again, most, he had what's his pickle from Atlanta, new GM. He's like, hey, let me do you solid. And he's like, okay. That's like watching draft day, right? Like, hey man, you're gonna look good in front of your fans and da da da. He's like, oh, or in Jacksonville, was it Jacksonville the trade that he made? And he's just like, oh yeah, he's like, yeah, he's got a point there. And he's like, come on, man. He's like, this is the right trade. And then he weasels out that. Right. So like,
it's like worm tongue on that play there. It was great.
Exactly. So it's, you're just to get back to what I was saying, you're not going to get that ultimate trade until the off season. So yeah, the fact there's no trade protection, you can thank the last regime.
Yeah. Unless there's some scenario where a team has a chance to win this whole thing.
But if they do, if you're Vancouver,
you're right, but you'd be messing with team chemistry so much, right? Like, I thought earlier, and I know Grant had chimed in on this a few weeks back, like, and I was like, look, you could trade him this year because now if you're trading him, you get him for the playoff and you get him all of next year. You get more time with Quinn, right? And now, like, I'm sort of looking back on that. Like, if you're trading for him, probably in that same boat where the best player is not coming back, you're changing team dynamics so much so that you'd be moving out 4 or 5 players from the organization to get one. And then now what team are you bringing to the playoffs that had a chance to win? Still does, obviously, with Quinn Hughes, you always have a chance. Maybe, like, I don't know what the comparable is. Do we have to look back? I can't even remember what Ottawa got for Carlson.
Yeah. And even then, if you think like, was Erik Karlsson the absolute bona fide? Like, I remember Erik Karlsson was incredible, but I mean, he wasn't Cale Makar. He wasn't Quinn Hughes. He wasn't. He was again. I'm not trying to. He was incredible. He was incredible, but I mean, was the whole world talking about Erik Karlsson? Like, it was a big deal.
Yeah, like maybe they were.
It was a big deal. I'm not trying to go recency bias and Quinn Hughes is the greatest, but like it wasn't like this guy does things no other human on the planet does. Quinn Hughes and Cale Makar themselves are in a league of their own. They just do things that are they're just impossible. So I don't know.
Yeah, well, this is not very good. So yeah, like we're talking about, so it's on a lower extent, obviously, right? So we're looking like Francis Perron, Chris Tierney, Rodolphus Barklers.
Hey, can we just talk about him for? I'm just kidding.
And Dylan DeMello. Oh, also Josh Norris.
Well, Norris worked out.
Yeah, arguably the best prospect in the Shark system after being drafted in 2019 with the 19th overall pick. Dynamite for the United States. US NDP with his last season, his best, having a point per game of 61 points in 61 games. And a first-round draft pick. Verdict, there are multiple schools of thought when it comes to who actually won this trade. You can argue that the Sharks won the trade because Norris alone, considering what a gem he turned out to be. You can also argue that the Sharks won this trade because they had a two-time Norris winning defenseman on the team. Like,
he was again, absolute beauty of a defenseman. And yes, I remember how good he was because he walked guys all the time. His shot was amazing. I mean, and I guess we have to go back to it too. These players do not get traded that often.
They just don't.
They're not going to just trade him because things aren't going well.
That's why it's got to be an absolute haul, right? Like,
this has to be such a home run. Like, the Canucks have to, and not win the trade, but the Canucks have to come out and like, okay, if we're going to move it, it needs to make sense that we aren't going to be down on this trade. They don't have to win it, but they have to get the. Like,
what do you mean they don't have to win it?
You know what I mean? They have to get the full value. Oh, okay. They have to get the full value for it.
Yeah. They have to win that trade. Like, I don't even know why you said that. They have to win the trade, Ryan.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
no, I don't know what you mean.
If they're going to lose Quinn Hughes, you have to have enough coming back where there isn't a gap. Like, you're not going to get.
Yeah.
What are you gonna get back for Quinn Hughes?
You're not gonna get a Quinn Hughes player back, right? So it has to be enough quantity.
Yeah.
To make it work quality, right? Like,
that's what I'm saying. Like, you lose him, so you've already lost.
You know, it's gotta be Trevor Linden dealt to the New York Islanders, and that guy, Todd Bertuzzi, has to hit. And Brian McCabe turned into a Sedin. It has to be something like that. We're not going to be able to see the fruits of this labor till down the road. But it's got to hit. Like it just like it straight up has to hit. If it goes to New Jersey, New Jersey wants him so bad. So there's all this talk about Quinn's going to want to go to New Jersey. He's got to play with his brothers. So like they're going to have to work out a deal to get him there. And it's like no, man.
Nothing.
We know that he wants to go there. We can trade him to any team in the league. Like Grant says here, there's no trade clause. There's not a no trade clause in there. We can trade him to any team in the league. Like, screw you, man. If you want him, you're going to cripple your future to make it happen. Sorry. We don't trade with you often. I don't really care. This is our franchise at stake. We want it all, period. And if the answer is no, big deal, then we'll trade him to the next guy.
Okay, so like you've got Nico Hischier, you've got, I mean, I'm going over all the guys that like obviously people want. So you've got Hischier, you got Bratt, you got Jack Hughes, you've got Dawson Mercer, you've got Dadnaugh. Oh, never mind. I take that back. Who else?
There's some prospects there too, right?
Luke, like there's a lot of guys on this team, but like all the guys you want, they don't want that. Like it's not as easy as like, yeah, Quinn Hughes, they should probably trade him. okay, well, who's going to make the trade? How is this all going to work? This isn't just like NHL 26. You can't do it. This is real life. There are so many things in play. It doesn't just work that way. And that's why I don't think he's going to get traded. Maybe not yet, but
maybe not yet, but
I don't think I gotta believe they can't screw this guy up.
So yeah, the rumors are two more suitors coming out of the pipe, the woodwork here. So New Jersey's now entered the fray. We know that. Sorry, not now, but Detroit has entered, Philadelphia, Carolina, and the Capital. Like really, everybody wants him.
Did you see
who are we actually looking at making a trade with here? Right?
Have you seen and this isn't official, but there's always here's a possible trade. There was a Toronto one that came up, and I saw Ekman Larson was the thing. I'm like, get out of here. It was so and so Ekman Larson. I'm like, people wouldn't even pick up the phone call for that one. So anyway,
yeah.
So those are the two big ones. Are we gonna get into Canucks GPT?
Let's go.
Okay, I gotta find the picture first. Where is it? Let's see if this is the right button.
You're gonna have to start pre-writing these prompts, I feel like.
Yeah, I apologize. So
that's all right.
This is and I just haven't had time today. I had the idea and it's been busy. So so Grant, I'm gonna preface this. Grant texted me today. He was talking about how the flooding is going on down in the Lower Mainland with the Vetter. And I just said, stay safe, man. This was today after his little thing. He's talking about how the flooding happened last time. And I get that, man. That's where you live. Every time there's fires here, geez, I've been through it now. You've been through it. I've actually been out of my house. Not fun. It's less than ideal for sure. And I just said to Grant, just say you don't want to watch our show tonight. We get it. And he goes, I'd watch the show from prison using tinfoil rabbit ears if I had to. So anyway, we were joking around. So what we're going to do this week is we are going to create our own prison gang, each made from the Canucks. And I think a group of 4, Ted, or 5. We got to come up with the list.
I'm sure 5 is fine. Yeah.
5 is fine. And are we doing current all time probably?
That's probably all time.
Okay. So I'm just going to load up ChatGPT. So while I'm loading this up, can you start coming up with the guys? Obviously you need the ringleader, right? You need the boss. Okay. You need, I think you need your digger guy, the guy that, working on ways to get out of prison. Right.
Okay.
What else?
What is it a prison yard brawl? What is this? I
think it overall, that's a good question, actually. Is it a prison yard brawl? Is it best escape? Who's going to get out of this prison? I don't know.
Does it who establishes prison dominance and becomes the top gang?
Yeah. Okay. We could go with that. I guess I didn't really think the parameters are kind of who's the guy you walk up to and punch on day one to exert dominance. Okay. So let me get out the notepad here so I can keep track of these things. This is a really weird thing, but that's cool. Ted and Ryan. So are we gonna do should we draft the leader first? Probably, and then go by guy. I don't know.
Doesn't matter.
Or do you just want to draft the team and then you pick it?
Yeah, let's go with it. How do we pick who picks first? I can't remember who won the last one.
Was Rugby Sevens the last one?
Yeah, it was me. Yeah, I won.
Still undefeated, but Grant pushed him to the edge. Oh yeah, because I allowed Grant in, so that sucks. Sucks for me still. So I guess you can choose to have first or last pick. I don't know. I guess
okay.
It sucks for me, I guess, either way. As soon as I say let's do Canucks GPT, I'm already at a disadvantage. I just Like, I just feel like Ted's gonna find a way to make this work in his favor. And I like last time, I was pretty convinced I was gonna win Rugby Sevens, and I lost. It was awful.
Yeah.
Like I actually talked smack because I felt I had the better team, and ChatGPT's like, actually, you don't. So, okay, so we're gonna go.
No, why don't you go first, Ryan?
And also, we did have the parameters on the beginning of the pre-show. No Gino Ojic, no Donald Brashear. Is there anyone else?
I mean, we can probably take Gino and Brash too. It doesn't really matter.
I don't want that. No, we got to be creative.
Well, I'm trying to be creative. We've already picked the shit out of those guys, so I think we can probably leave them off.
All right,
we'll get some names on there.
There's going to be some obvious picks, clearly. Like, I already know 2 players that are going to probably go to the top 3. This is inevitable.
Yeah.
I almost would say these players should not be eligible also, but we'll do 4 guys because it's at 56 minutes already. So
okay.
All right, pick your first guy. I'm just going to start rating this person. Well, you said you got to go first because you won last time.
No, I was saying if you'd like, you can go first.
I would like to go first. Yeah,
Ryan, I would like you to go first.
Well, this is the easiest pick I'm ever going to make. I don't even know if he's going to be my leader, but gosh darn it, people like him. Todd Bertuzzi.
Okay, not who I was thinking. All right.
Okay, well, I'm glad. Todd Bertuzzi seems like the easiest choice.
Okay, yeah. I mean, that is one tough effort.
He's a bruiser. He does. I mean, he's going to punch someone, and
maybe illegally. Yeah.
Lots of people are scared of him.
Yeah.
But he's also. He's smartish, I guess. So
yeah. Okay.
He might be. He could be the bruiser. I'm not sure.
We talked about. We walk into prison. I like the pick of Bert, who's going to mess with that guy, who's going to mess with the big guy, right? He's just that huge man.
I mean, we almost found out if he would have done some damage in prison.
Yeah, we almost found that out. So, but I like this thought of like, who's going to walk in there and just, knock a guy out on the first day.
I'm already writing his name for you.
So that he doesn't, nobody else challenges him. The only guy I can think of that is the guy who literally made the team by knocking the man out on his first date. So I'm taking Kevin Bieksa.
I already wrote it down for you. Yeah. Just assumed. I figured if I had Bertuzzi, you were going to go that direction. So that's great. I'm proud of you for that. Okay. So Bertuzzi and Bieksa, this is clearly going to be shaping up to be a gooder already. I want to go. I need someone smart. I'm going to go with, I don't know. He seems kind of small. I'm just so inclined to like stick West Coast Express exclusive, but I feel like it's not a great way to do things.
Did you out here? Is that what happened, or what?
No, I'm just thinking in my head here. I am gonna stick with the West Coast Express era, and I'm gonna go Dan Cloutier because he's French, and people are like, "Man, this guy keeps running his mouth in French. He's a psychopath. He's willing to fight." And I feel that combination of French and crazy is going to mix. And again, likes to fight. So probably get creative at some point.
Okay. This is why you lose, Ryan. This is why.
I feel that was a good pick. I mean,
you didn't have to pick a goalie. I don't know if we made that.
They're crazy anyway. Like you got to have a couple screws loose on this team. Right?
Yeah, no, I agree. Okay, there's a couple of these guys here I feel like I want to take, but I feel like I can leave them for a little bit because I don't feel like they're on your radar.
Oh, I got one. I feel like I have this weird feeling about you. You know how I just know your guys.
You don't know who I'm gonna pick.
Oh, I'm gonna ghost write my next.
You don't know, like, you know what? So I've got a guy like Bieksa,
mm-hmm.
a bit of a do-all super smart guy, I feel like he could be a little bit of like a mafia leader there, right?
Oh man, here we go.
And I think to do that, you got to have just like an absolute fucking psychopath.
Okay.
To ride number 2, and I'm gonna take Dave Tiger Williams.
Yeah,
he's the NHL's all-time penalty leaver. He literally is a psychotic NHL player who would mess with a guy with a look like that on his face. I'm taking Tiger Williams.
I like that.
So I don't know what you had queued up for me, but I don't think it was Tiger Williams.
It wasn't. I was. You're going cerebral, I thought, and you went like the reverse of cerebral.
So I see your Dan Clucci and I raise you a Tiger Williams.
Okay. I am torn between 2 players for the same reasons.
Just between 2 ferns.
Between 2 ferns, yep. So I kind of want someone cerebral, somebody that he's going to be the guy that he's going to keep it even keel. He could be a good leader potentially.
Okay.
And if we need to get out of there, he's going to probably be the guy that rallies the troops and like has an actual plan. And he probably can pull a few favors as well because he's super smart. And he's probably seen some stuff at the Kremlin, most likely.
Okay. Let's have it. I like this.
Igor Larionov.
Igor! Oh my God. Yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
You know what? First glance, I'm thinking that's a rough pick, but hey, I mean, he could be KGB. Who knows?
There's so much that you don't know.
Exactly.
Now, there's 2 other guys. I mean, obviously Bure. He's got his ties to Putin. He could probably literally pull anything off and have a guy gassed without. Or McGillney would be another good pick. Like you said to Mike Keenan, what did he say? That he had to go in hiding for his life or whatever. He's like, I'm not scared of you. Like, I've been through the USSR and all that. He's like, this doesn't scare me. So yeah. McGillney's a good pick too if you were to go Russia. So
I like it. Big fan of that pick. Okay, I said something last pick that kind of caught my attention. I was thinking Mafia. You've watched thinking about The Godfather, or maybe you've watched Tulsa King, right? I mean, you need a bit of an enforcer, right? But not just like a guy who's going to go out there and make your moves for you, but a dude who's like generally intimidating and for like weird reasons.
I think you have 2 of those already, but okay.
Yeah, it's true. I'm going to go back. I'm going to go up an era. So I'm going to stay out of the 80s. I'm going to bring it into the 90s and the late 80s, and I'm going to go with Sergio Momesso on this one.
Oh, that's
another guy that I feel like I'm not going to mess with that guy. Mm-hmm. Maybe he's from Sicily. We're not sure. Maybe he's a made man. It's unknown at this point, but that's not a guy that I would want to mess with. So I'm going to take Sergio Momesso on this one.
That's a good pick.
We might have to make it 5 because I feel like
I think we're changing it up. We're going to make it 5.
Yeah.
That is a good pick, man. That's a good pick. Now, this is a tough one. But you know what? I feel like we're clearly going for prime, right?
Oh, yeah.
Guys in the prime. So I want to get this right. So I believe this is the guy. You know what? No. I'm changing. It changed. Full change. I got an eclectic mix of guys.
Fuck, we can make it 6. I have so many guys that I want to take.
We could just keep going. We got an eclectic mix of guys. So I've gone the thinker, and I've gone the crazy psychopath Dan Clucci. I've got Todd Bertuzzi, who clearly, again, is he means business, and he'd prove it. And he'd look great with a toothpick just walking around the yard, right? He's got his jean jacket on.
Are we talking about Sergio?
No, Todd Bertuzzi. Maybe we are talking about Sergio Momesso too. No, I'm going to do a guy that, again, demands respect, absolutely will knock you out. Not even thinking about it, won't even care. He'll take a punch. He's probably got some connections throughout the prison that you don't want to know about because they're just as crazy. I'm talking about the chief, Pat Quinn.
Oh, okay. The big Irishman. I like it.
Yeah. Pat Quinn, he means business.
Okay.
And again, smart dude too.
Yeah, you know what?
He's gonna grind you out. He's gonna find a loophole. He's gonna find a loophole. He's gonna find your family. It's a little crazy. I'm sorry.
Not a dude that when I think of Pat Quinn, I never think of him as a selectable player. I always think of him as a GM, right? As the builder.
But he was a nasty piece of business.
Right. Speaking of nasty piece of business, I think I need to go back to nasty. I think that it's important that you have a number two, and then you surround yourself with these tough guys, right? These guys that, there's muscle,
yes.
Right? And then there's just tough guys.
Mm-hmm.
And when I think of guys that are just tough guys, I think of
Sean Antosky.
Let me just no, not Sean. I can't pick guys with glass jaws.
Oh, okay.
I just want to make damn sure. Yeah. You know what? I'm going to take Tim Hunter. That's going to be
massive pick.
Yeah, come out of Moose Jaw, tough guy. I mean, the nose says it all. Like, who is going to mess with a guy with a nose like that?
I just wouldn't want to look at him personally.
No, right? I mean, he's just waiting in the wings. Doesn't even necessarily have to be a guy that dropped the gloves because who knows would fuck with Tim Hunter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so Hunter's going to be my guy. I'm going to take Tim Hunter for this one.
That's a great pick. That is a really great pick.
Okay,
so I got my last pick here. I don't want to mess this up. There's a couple good ones out there. I mean, do we go crazy Mike Duco?
I wish that he would have had an actual go in Vancouver.
Yeah,
because
Mike Duco was a piece of work.
He was a screw, that guy. I was a Mike Duco supporter.
I was a truther. I mean, Ronald Kennens was a good option as well.
Right.
Mike Duco. I'm thinking on that one. I'm just sitting on Mike Duco for some reason. I just want to make sure. I've got my thinkers already. I've got some muscle. Got Bertuzzi. He's sitting pretty over there. I mean, Jovo Cop's right there too. I don't want to stick too much in the same. I want to diversify my portfolio, if you know what I mean.
Sure. Yeah.
And there's some guys that you think are tough and good fighters, and they didn't really prove themselves 100% either.
Sure. When I think of Wade Brookbank, there you go. There's one.
Brookbank. I was thinking of like Zach Cassian was another one I thought of.
Yeah, there's the guy he's a bit of a nut job.
But I don't feel like he's gonna hold up his end of the bargain in prison.
Aaron Volpatty.
Yeah, man. I mean,
friend of the show, Aaron Volpatty.
Aaron Volpatty's a good pick, actually. I wasn't thinking about him. You know what? I'm gonna go old school because that's when these guys were making hay, and people are gonna like him. But again, you don't want to mess with him. He's got the nickname that backs it up too. I wouldn't want to mess with a guy where his nickname is the Steamer. Stan Smeal.
Okay.
Dude could fight. Dude could get the business done though too.
Okay, yeah. Do a little bit of everything.
Yep, that is my final pick, Stan Smeal. I'm happy with that.
Okay, all right.
You should get Mike Duco because I'd like to see how this pans out.
You know what? Mike Duco never crossed my mind. I definitely thought of guys like...
He's electric.
I definitely thought of guys like Lapierre.
Mm-hmm.
Thought of guys like Mike... No, sorry. Thought of guys like Rafi Torres.
That would have been a good pick too. Yeah.
I thought about Burrows. I even thought about a guy like Rick Rippon.
Yeah, he's been in. Yeah, I thought about him too.
Because he's been in. Mike Brown came to mind.
Oh.
But who's got wins over I think the most established guy out of all those dudes? Who's got a big win over Rick Rip by punch?
Oh, okay. You
Made
can
it.
say it.
Made
yeah.
it.
That's
Brad May. So I'm going Brad May on this one. I think that rounds it out. The guy had a huge career, long career, right up until the final days. Nobody messed with that guy. Super intelligent dude. We know this. Yeah, I'm gonna take Brad May on this one. Sandlak was another one that I thought of. I know that Grant's just picked up Sandlak. Garth Butcher was another guy that was in there. These are also really great picks, but guys that were just a screw. Garth Butcher's last name is Butcher. How can you not take the Butcher?
Yeah, that makes sense.
But I'm gonna take Brad May. I think May might be just a bit of a cut above those guys. And Big Z, that's another great pick too. So Brad May is gonna be my guy. I'm gonna list Grant's team real quick here. So Garth Butcher, Zach Cassian, Rick Rippon, Nikita Zadorov, and Jim Sandlak. The house, Jim Sandlak. So that's a fun one too.
Both guys have picked. Okay, so I'm writing this up. Both guys have picked a prison gang.
Trying to establish overall dominance.
Trying to establish overall dominance.
Take everything into account.
Possibly break out of prison.
Oh, we had to have a breakout?
No, we don't. Okay, we're just gonna do it. That's too many wrinkles.
Because I might have just picked a bunch of geniuses if that was the case.
Okay, exactly. So both guys have picked a prison gang to establish overall dominance, and what else? Just in prison, in the prison.
Yeah, in prison, like clout, reputation, authority, connections, physicality, all that stuff, intimidation.
Authority, intimidation, clout, reputation, authority, intimidation.
Yeah, who establishes dominance and becomes the top gang, essentially.
ETC. Picked a prison gang trying to establish overall dominance. Blah, blah. Okay. Taking into account the players are at their prime.
Yeah, and then so who? Like give a step-by-step breakdown of who ultimately establishes dominance in this showdown.
Ultimately establishes dominance in this battle or in this matchup.
Who establishes dominance in this war for supremacy.
I like that. Supremacy. That's good.
Prison yard supremacy.
For prison yard supremacy. I think I spelled that right.
Yeah. When I was little, we had this game called Supremacy. It was like 6, 7, and I just thought that it was called Supermassy.
You're great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Visit the Nimo.
Kevin Bieksa. Tiger Williams. Sergio Mamasso. Can't spell. Tim Hunter and Brad May. Do you have like a leader?
Yeah, I mean it's Bieksa.
Okay.
What is it? Like American Supermax or something like that?
Sure. Team leader Kevin Bieksa, Tiger Williams. Okay. And mine
life sentences.
Todd Bertuzzi. Oh, good stuff. Todd Bertuzzi, Igor Larionov.
Should we put their nicknames in?
Dan Kluche. Well, it'll know.
Okay.
Dan Kluche. Who else did I pick? Pat Quinn.
Oh, that's a good pick. That could be the tide. I can turn the tide there. That one pick.
Stan Smeal.
We'll have to do a Gangs in New York version or something like that.
Pat Quinn is going to be my captain. Team leader. Pat Quinn. All inmates are serving life in super max prison.
And Smeal, did you get Smeal?
Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Okay. Who wins? Okay. So just a second, I will go and share. This is
Ridiculous.
This is good stuff here. Where's my share screen? Here we go. Okay, we can see this? Yeah?
Yeah, buddy.
Okay.
Does it already say Ted wins? That's crazy.
No, that was the last one. Thought for 4 seconds. Strong content note up front. This is purely fictional cinematic scenario. A creative thought experiment using retired athletes as characters. I won't provide instruction or detailed how-tos for real violent wrongdoing. What follows is stylized non-opera. Okay, we get that. The setup. A concrete supermax yard under stormy skies. Both crews are in their prime. Versions of the players, size, speed, stamina, stakes, reputation, control of yard space, contraband routes, and the right to call the shots during rec yard hours. No release. This is about who the other inmates and crews will answer to. Teams. Ted's crew. BX's crew. Leader, Kevin BX, a tribal leader, intelligence enforcer. Tiger Williams, pure intimidation and chaos. Sergio Momesso, size and calm aggression. Tim Hunter, relentless scrapper. Brad May, brawler and heart of the crew. Ryan's crew, aka Quinn's crew. Interesting. Leader Pat Quinn, seasoned commander, respected. Todd Bertuzzi, power and presence. Igor Larionov, brains, strategist. Dan Kluche, reflexes, alertness. Stan Smeal, grit, work ethic, and moral authority. Below is a step-by-step. Okay.
Moral authority. Love it. Love it.
Well, we like this. Below is a step-by-step, scene-by-scene account of how the Yard War unfolds and who ultimately establishes dominance, told as theater of reputation and power rather than an instructional manual. It's probably safe to say that, right? Like, just so you know, it just says this is told as theater of reputation and power rather than an instruction manual. Just in case you guys are wondering, we're just going to say, like, this isn't how we'd like it to happen. Okay. Morning yard. Both crews arrived to the same bleacher cluster. Initial minutes are posture, eye contact, spacing, who stands by whom. Pat Quinn's demeanor, calm, commanding, a former teacher of men. He walks slowly. Everyone listens. Quinn's presence signals organized rule and predictable consequences. BX's approach, taut energy, simultaneously cerebral and ready to engage. PX's crew radiates, will answer blows, and will plan 2 moves ahead. Interesting. First advantage. Quinn's crew briefly controls the central bench due to Quinn's reputation. Ted's crew takes peripheral control and watches for an opening or for openings. Information and recruitment phase. Larionov as the tactician quietly sows the seeds of alliances among neutral inmates, favors, odes, small trades, promises. This builds a quiet support network. See?
Yeah.
It's a good pick. Tiger Williams uses pure presence, loudmouth, unpredictable behavior, forcing others to show where they stand. His antics create a diversion. Some inmates are drawn to or repelled by his energy, revealing loyalties. BX and Igor both play the long game. Each collects small pieces of intel. Who owes who? Which guards are lax? Which corners are profitable? First skirmish, testing boundaries. A minor provocation. A shuffled deck of illicit trading cards is found in neutral ground. 2 low-level goons bicker. Both crews send representatives to observe. Tim Hunter steps in, and it escalates into a scuffle that is loud but brief. It's a test stamina, willingness to respond, and ability to get others to jump in. Dan Kluche's quick reaction de-escalates physically, but shows he's alert and ready. That small, non-violent show of reflex control wins quiet respect. Interesting, considering we know Dan Kluche. Outcome, no major losses. The skirmish sends a message that both sides can act, neither backs down. Psychological edge, reputation plays. Tiger's reputation as chaos starts to cut both ways. He intimidates, but becomes unpredictable, which makes some neutral inmates wary of joining Ted's team, which is also BX's team. Pat Quinn's slow, methodical responses and the moral authority force leader who earns loyalty by example draw the more cautious inmates to Ryan's side, aka Pat Quinn. Quinn doesn't need to brawl to command space. He commands respect. See? They're doing it by the...
Yeah.
I like this. They don't need to fight to make a point. BX compensates by delegating muscle roles Hunter and May and using Momesso as a visible calm deterrent. A strategic coup. Control of movement. Larionov and Quinn engineer a small but effective victory. They quietly secure a reliable spot for the crew's evening exercises and arrange a harmless drill that becomes a daily demonstration of order. By controlling a routine activity, Quinn's crew makes yard life feel safer for many inmates, and safety breeds allegiance. Oh, I'm feeling good.
I think you might have this one.
I am feeling good about this one.
Yeah.
The exit counters by staging a flashy show of force mid-afternoon. Tiger roars. May pushes forward in a loud display to reclaim ground. It works for a moment, but doesn't create lasting allegiance. Some inmates are oppressed, but not committed. The turning point. Moral authority versus raw intimidation. A late week crisis, a fight between outsiders not with either crew, spills towards the Quinn-controlled area. Quinn personally moves in, pulls intervening inmates aside, and prevents escalation with a measured show of leadership and fairness. He treats both sides firmly but justly. This single intervention flips several neutrals who prefer a predictable code over the raw, capricious rule presented by Tiger's theatrics.
Oh, damn. Tiger's hurting me.
He's
hurting me.
It's working against you. Quinn's reputation now looks like governance. The X's crew looks like enforcers who respond when provoked, but lack the stabilizing structure Quinn offers. Pat Quinn was my low-key MVP.
Yeah, 100%.
Tactical gambit.
He's your Brett Hedican.
He is. Well, shut up. I don't think I'm over that yet. BX attempts a classic gambit. Uses Hunter and May to stage a controlled, intimidating patrol at dusk to reclaim space. It's effective in the short term. People step aside, but Quinn's network simply avoids confrontation, uses Larionov's influence to bring supplies, food, and small comforts to inmates in return for loyalty. See?
Oh, the professor.
The narrative advantage. Quinn's crew appears to be building reciprocal relationships. Ted's crew is building fear-based compliance, which you'd think would work. Long-term reciprocal bonds are stickier. Midnight showdown, the reputation test. Both crews convene at the old basketball hoop after lights out. This is so good. Words fly. A fight looms. The moment defines who will be called out, who will be called on by neutrals. Quinn speaks. Direct, firm, offers a code. Respect routines. No random trashing. We collect. We share. We keep the yard safe. His speech appeals to common survival instincts. Bieksa answers. Blunt, honest about strength. We won't be pushed. We'll keep things ours. It's compelling to some, but it reads as an exclusionary. Result, neutral inmates pick Quinn's plan. The implied stability and distribution of small benefits outweigh fear of Tiger's births. They must have got something figured out there. That it's Tigers. Anyway, consolidation, network solidify. Quinn's crew formalizes small perks. Guard distracts are arranged by those who owe them favors. Minor trade routes are quietly controlled by Quinn's proteges. And Stan Smeal's daily labor shifts ensure steady supplies for allies. See, sometimes it's not about the fists, apparently. I was hoping there'd be a fight here, but BX's crew, still strong physically, finds recruitment slowed. Few want to live under a rule that's primarily fear and muscle when Quinn offers predictable order and small, steady gains. So he's going for the 5% payback instead of, the Elon Musk route. Final phase, why Quinn's crew establishes dominance. I'm loving this. I don't even need to read it, but
I'm getting smoked.
It's not close. Leadership style wins. Pat Quinn's combination of steady command, fairness, and strategic alliances proves more effective in a closed ecosystem where endurance and predictability matter more than flash intimidation. Brains and governance beats chaos. Igor Larionov's quiet strategy and Stan Smeal's reliability create a system people choose to join voluntarily. Muscle still matters. Here we go. Todd Bertuzzi and Chris Tanev. Somehow Chris Tanev made his way.
What is going on here?
This is great. Totally. I like
Tanev just shows up in a life sentence out of nowhere and enjoys.
He's like, whatever I shanked to do, don't worry about it. Todd Bertuzzi and Chris, I love this. Trista provide the physical backbone that prevents Quinn's rule from being purely symbolic. Like, I like how I just gained a member.
Yeah, like
things are going so well. We asked Chris Tanev to commit a crime. They are visible deterrents enough to keep challenges honest. BX's crew remains dangerous but increasingly isolated. Tiger's unpredictability erodes confidence among potential allies, and pure intimidation can't match the built social capital Quinn's crew accumulates. Final result, short answer. Jeez. Ryan's crew, led by Pat Quinn, ultimately establishes yard dominance. Quinn's blend of respected leadership, strategic alliances, Larionov's scheming, that was good, and reliable enforcers, Bertuzzi, Tanev, and Smeal. Again, I didn't ask for Chris Tanev. I was given him. Steadily outmaneuvers. So it's 6 versus 5. I got an empty netter. Outmaneuver BX's fear base hold. Ted's crew fights valiantly and controls corners of the yard. But in the longer arc of Supermax life, where stability, daily routines, and reciprocal obligations matter, Quinn's governance becomes the accepted rule. Postscript, what winning looks like here. This is good. Quinn's victory means fewer random fights near the central bench. His crew's people are the ones neutral inmates go to for favors, and minor black market flows run through Quinn's network. BX's outcome. Respected and feared, he keeps autonomy in pockets and remains the primary violent deterrent. He's not wiped out, far from it, but the label of who runs the yard goes to Quinn. Oh, that's exhausting.
Wow. Congratulations.
That was, brains, not brawn.
That might have been the biggest win of the year.
I mean, I'm going to take it. I like how it gave me, that's a good point. Maybe
you just got Chris Tanev for free. I love how he just popped out of nowhere. I'm like, just appears.
Chris Tanev killed a dude. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
It's just great. And you just think he'll take a punch. He's so cool and collect. You remember we talked about like the toothpick guy? I got the cigarette guy. That was awesome. So I do get a win. I'm kind of disappointed there was no brawl.
Yeah, we'll have to do like roller derby next week.
That'd be fun. Roller derby. Oh, are we going to do our Christmas one next week?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
So I'm just going to look at the calendar here. Yeah. So next week we're going to do our Christmas episode. So we may not chat GPT or Canucks GPT it because I think it'll just be, maybe we will. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Usually you guys know our Christmas episode is we have people on the show. So we're going to send out some invites. If you guys are interested in being on the show, let us know. I haven't been a whole lot on Twitter, so I'm going to probably have to do some reaching out. Instagram works too. And we'd love to have some people on the show for bits and pieces. It's just a fun hangout. We had Rob Fay last year, I think. And Ryan Schaap was that last year when Ryan Schaap was walking the mean streets of Vancouver? That was fun.
Yeah, that's right.
It was, I don't know. Whenever we do our Christmas show, it's very super random. And it's somehow just fits. So yeah, if you guys want to come on, I'm sure Grant, we'd love to have you on, obviously. Ted, you'll be here, yeah?
Most likely, buddy.
Okay. So we're going to shoot for hopefully next Wednesday. As long as I don't have to do anything next week, we will shoot for next Wednesday. I will find out from my wife, just in case I do have to do something next Wednesday. Other than that, let's plan for it. We'll do our Christmas episode. It'll be a lot of fun like usual. And an excuse to chat with the buddies for an hour or so.
Oh, damn you, Tiger Williams.
And thank you, Chris Tanev.
damn you, Chris Tanev.
He just shows up. You gotta like that, hey. The team is so good. Like, hey, can you talk someone from the outside to come in?
You're playing Oregon Trail, right? Like I got like your oxen died.
Yeah.
Of dysentery, and you got like you acquired Chris Tanev.
You've got a dinosaur. Well, that's great. How did I get this dinosaur? And it's a T-Rex.
Yeah.
Perfect. Love it.
Right.
Okay. On behalf of Ted, I'm Ryan. This is the PP1 podcast on the Area 51 Sports Network. We thank you all for coming by. Thank you, Canucks GPT, and a win for myself. Peace out.